I think right now, June 2023, builders are offering more incentives.
Yes.
Far more than they were in.
Oh my gosh! Yes, 2019 for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. COVIDia changed that. For a lot of people. So.
Okay.
So now, they're offering a lot more incentives. They're trying to buy down your interest rate. So a lot of times, the new build, if you use their preferred lender, they're giving you a lower interest rate than any market value interest rate that's out there right now. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, new build's kind of
appealing.
Yeah, and for a lot of buyers who are interested and who are having a tough time on the resale side, trying to find a home or they're competing, this is a great option for them because, okay, so you may have to live further out, or you may have to live in a location that, a new build neighborhood is coming in that you're unfamiliar with, but you can get into a home.
Yeah. Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Backyard Gossip. I'm Aisha Fair.
I'm Jeremy Rangel.
And I'm Elias Black.
And today we are in Mesa, Arizona, in this beautiful, beautiful yard. I can't wait for you guys to see some of the stuff here, but it's definitely beautiful. Today we are going to talk about the pros and cons of purchasing a resale home, which is one that's already owned by someone else, or a new construction home. So let's get into the nitty gritty.
But
Elias,
before we do that,
okay.
If you haven't been to our show before, this is your first time viewing, we are Backyard Gossip, also known as BYG, and we talk about anything and everything related to real estate. Why? Because it's our show, and we kind of want to. So now we can really dive into what we're going to talk about today.
Let's get into it. So Elias, what do you think? Tell me some pros, some cons. What do you think?
So first and foremost, I never push my clients one way or the other. It's usually, hey, here's some options, here's some things to think about, and then I give them the information and let them make the best decision for them. However, if it were me personally or Jeremy and I personally, and we were looking to buy a home, my first go-to is probably going to be a resale.
Okay, and why?
And especially even, I've known this long before I was an agent, but even now more so that I am an agent. Here's a good example why. If let's just say you were looking to, whatever the new home was, you wanted it to have a pool. Okay, great. And you find two homes and they're the exact same price. Let's just call it $300,000. That's a super low number. $300,000. You're getting a $300,000 home.
Can I buy that home? Sorry.
I know, right? Where can I sign up? Because I'll take a whole bunch of them. That's the case. But case in point, you're getting a home. You're getting two identical homes, except one's a new construction and the other one is a resale. And of course, a must-have on your list is to have a pool. I would probably go with the resale. Here's why. With the resale, the pool's already there. You don't have to do anything. You may have to make some minor adjustments, maybe trees or minor landscape changes, things of that nature. But it's already there. The pool's there. If you were to go new construction and now you've got to build that pool, keep in mind the price point was the same. You paid $300 whether you got the new build or the resale. The pool, if you build it yourself, and pool, you can go all over the place. You can go to $800,000 if you want a ridiculous pool. But on average, you're probably looking $30,000 to $40,000 for the pool. However, if you were to buy the same house without the pool, that already had a pool, you'd only pay probably $10,000 to $12,000 more for the house that already had a pool. So if you had a house here, they're both resales. This one and they're identical floor plans. This one has a pool, this one does not have a pool. You're probably only going to pay $10,000 to $12,000 more for the identical home that has a pool. So would you rather do that, or would you rather pay $40,000 or $50,000 or more and build your own pool?
Okay.
And one other thing, and on top of that, on average, statistically, most people only stay in their homes 3 to 5 years. So where are you going to make up that $40,000 to $50,000 that you just spent on that pool when you're leaving in 3 to 5 years?
You're probably not.
What do you think?
And in regards to new build versus resale, I don't favor either one, but I mean there are benefits to getting a resale. I mean a lot of times resale has a little bit more character in homes because they were built different. New builds now I feel like are a little bit far more open concept. They tend to almost kind of look the same now sometimes, depending on the builder. Some builders now aren't even allowing you to pick items in a home. They're just built, hey, this is how we're building it. Do you like it? It's this package here or that package there, and that's what you're getting. With resales, you kind of have a little bit, there's like a different perspective on what you can do in the home, because you can, maybe they have less of an open concept because they were built years ago. And maybe you want that. So, I mean, do you want the super new open concept and you really didn't get to choose anything? Or do you want a resale that you really didn't get to choose anything in either, but it's laid out different? It's laid out different and it has just a little bit more character.
Well, kind of funny for me, I've only purchased new builds. So I've never purchased a resale home at all. And the majority of my business is resale. So kind of funny, but I would say the one things that I'm looking for is I appreciate with a new build is I'm getting everything brand new. So yes, I hear you with the pool and all that, but I'm getting a new AC unit, I'm getting a new water heater, I'm getting, everything's new in the home. I mean, my roof is new. I don't have to worry. The warranties are coming with my home. So I think that's definitely a plus. And in my case, yes, I had to put my own pool in, which was not cheap, but I think those benefits for me outweighed some of the benefits of a resale. Although I guess you could get a warranty with the resale home too.
You most certainly could. Of course you could, and I don't think all three of us always recommend a home. That all of our clients, whether it's a new build or a resale, that you get a home warranty to have some additional protections there. But still, I think you're a unique scenario or a unique case.
I know I'm unique.
Well, you are, and we appreciate you. That's why we love you. I think you're in a unique situation statistically, only because, and I'd have to pull the stats so feel free to check me. But
he's the numbers guy. Remember, you guys, I was kind of talking about this. This is our numbers guys, but go ahead. Dot the I's, cross the T's. Love it.
Oh, yeah, I
love it.
But I feel like you're in a unique situation because you're not that typical buyer who buys their home and stays in it 3 to 5 years. You're 10, 15, however long, whatever. You're in your home, so it's different for you. You built your home a lot. You had your home built. You built a pool, and you did that a long time ago. And so you've had an opportunity over time for your home to appreciate.
You're right.
And to recoup some of that money now that you've some of the money that you've invested in your backyard and your pool and things of that nature. Right. Whereas someone else, 3 to 5 years, hey, I'm going to buy this home. I'm only going to be here 3.5 or 4 or 5 years, and then I'm out. You're not getting that 50, unless there's a 2020 happens all over again. You're not getting that money.
Let's hope that doesn't.
Not in 3 to 5 years.
And that makes sense. I can see that.
Can I ask you a question though? When you were buying your new build and it was in a community that was not built out, was it built out at the time that you bought it?
Mm-mm.
So did it cross your mind like, hey, this might be a concern because I don't know what the neighborhood is going to look like in 2 to 3 years, because you don't know, is the HOA going to maintain? Is it going to, flourish? Or was home value a concern for you?
The home value at the time I bought it was not a concern at all. But I will say one of the things that you get to pick when you're resell, you almost get to see your neighbors when you buy a resell. So you kind of know who's around you.
Right.
And then where your house is placed and how it's placed. For me, the one thing I didn't like is we picked our lot because it was a bigger lot. At the time, though, we didn't know a 2-story was going to be built on both sides. And I'm in a single-story home.
Is that because you didn't ask, or is it something you just weren't aware of at the time?
No one had picked the lot yet.
Oh, okay.
So we were newer into the community, so we didn't have an option to choose who was going behind us and if it was going to be single-story or 2-story. Right. We didn't have that luxury. So that is probably one of the things that if I could change anything, it would be like, okay, wait a minute. had I known that, maybe I would not have picked this particular lot, but I didn't.
Right.
So you're taking a risk when you don't know.
That's true.
Right? Do you
That's
know
fair.
what I mean?
That's
So
true. Yeah.
you just don't know. But resale value wise, no, that wasn't a concern at all. But I did not like that I had 2 stories behind me.
Yeah. Outside, and to add to that, outside of, you know, the pool or the updates or the shutters that you may add to a home, or, you know, whether it be a resale that's already there, where those things already exist, or a new construction where you add them, outside of that, moreover to your point, the bigger picture of the neighborhood, forget the neighbor. I mean, while those are important aspects, the neighbor, the 2-story on either side of you, when you have your pool and you want to have privacy, you really don't.
Right.
So understand that. But in addition to that, what does that look like if you buy a new construction and you're one of the first ones into the community, and to Jeremy's point, you don't know, is everyone going to have desert landscaping when it's all said and done? I know what the HOA says, because that's what you sign when you sign the contract. But are people going to do architectural change requests in 2-3 years, and then everyone's going to go from grass to desert landscape, or what is that going to look like?
Yeah.
So those are some things to think about. In addition to that, beyond that, in a resale, you get to see what the neighborhood's really going to look like. Is everyone parking on the street at night?
That's true.
Right? You know,
Yes.
or because in a new construction, you don't know, and you have no way to gauge that because there's no houses up, right? There's only 3 houses up.
Right.
And of course, everybody does the right thing during the first year or 2.
Right.
It's after that when you find out, like, ooh, what's really going on in here?
Right.
So,
And you don't get to meet your neighbors until like either they close or it's
Right.
it's 6 months after you closed and now they moved in. And I think there's a benefit to knowing your neighborhood before you know, you get into a new build and you're like, I don't know what's going to come up behind me, or like you said, like behind you or next to me, or are there going to be people that park in the street? Like, I think that's a concern for some people. So I think some people would gravitate more towards a resale because they can see the neighborhood and be like, hey, this is where I want to live because A, B, and C, versus going the new build route and be like, there's too many unknowns for me to feel comfortable moving in.
Yeah. So would you never purchase a new build?
no, I wouldn't. It's not that I would never do that. I would say it would depend on, you know, where we're at that point in time in our lives. For example, when we bought the current home that we live in a couple of years ago, we knew that wherever we were going to buy, if it didn't have a pool, we were going to put one in, but we knew we were going to be here for a while. We knew this wasn't a 3 to 5 year deal, so we're okay with that. So we built a pool, and we know we're probably not going to get a lot of that back. Well, actually, we did get it. We're going to get all of it back right now. But only because we bought in 2019, and then 2020 happened, and so now everybody's here, right? But of course, everything's cyclical, so that could change for anybody at any point.
And for us, specifically speaking about us, the new build that we were interested in or that we had considered was further out than where we wanted to be.
Oh, that's a good one.
So location to us was a heavy factor versus getting a new construction, because new construction we had to go further out to get the type of home that we wanted. But really what won us over was the location of our current home, and it was, you know, easy access to freeways, and, you know, we're both in real estate, so we have to be accessible to a freeway quickly so that we can help our clients.
If I can't be on the freeway in 5 minutes, I'm not doing it.
No?
Nope.
All right. So it sounds like, I mean, resale is something that you guys kind of prefer?
Personally, I think
yes.
for our own purchases, resales right now are the best way to go. But that could change, as things change and, people mature and all of that stuff, and life changes occur. That may not be the case downstream, but right now, yes. But from a client standpoint,
It's like a mosquito.
You got bit?
Mosquito. Okay, mosquito alert.
Oh.
Sorry, they love me and my ankles. Okay.
Y'all know he ain't sweet because sour. Up. Shade.
Oh my gosh, who is this?
It was my turn.
He's trying to be funny today.
He's getting me back. He's getting me back.
He's getting back.
Y'all, if you see me next time, I'm blink 3 times. If you see something,
Oh my God.
some blinking
I'm
somewhere,
gonna be like
send
him.
help.
So circle back. Can we get back to the conversation?
Yes, let's do
Oh, yeah, there you go.
it. And scene. There we go.
All right, so we talked to resale. Let's talk some benefits. So let's
Yes.
talk some real benefits of really buying new construction.
Sure.
So what are some of the benefits that, obviously you guys, we all do. We work with clients that want resale. We have clients who want new construction.
Right.
And I know for me right now, with our market, things are moving really quickly. So it's almost harder to get a resale home for a client than it is for them to pick a new construction home and be able to win. So right now, it's not a bidding war right now with new construction.
True.
And right now in resale, we're still seeing, multiple offers on
Yeah.
resales and things like that. So getting a new construction home could be a benefit for someone who doesn't want to compete for a home,
Right.
right? But it's an option to
it
just
is.
get a new one.
So yes, definitely benefits. There's some benefits there, but there's also still some pitfalls.
Okay.
So some upsides on the new construction. You can choose your floor plan. You can add a specific room. Maybe there's I don't know what everyone's got all the
teen
million
room,
rooms. There's
bonus
a teen room, a
room.
bonus room, all the different names.
Yeah, craft room,
maybe you
yeah.
want this room. Maybe you want the multi-generational living style home, and you want to add this instead of the third car garage. There's all of these different things where you can customize the property the way you want it to be. So those are some of the upsides. You can pick where your lot is. If you want a pie-shaped lot in the back of the community because you want to be away from all the traffic coming in and out, great. You can make all of those choices. Of course, the more options you choose, like all things in life, you're going to pay for them. So, but those are some of the upsides. So you have more customization options versus the resale.
Right.
What do you think?
I think right now, June 2023, builders are offering more incentives,
Yes.
Yes.
far more than they were in.
Oh my gosh.
You
Yes.
know,
2019 for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, COVIDia changed that, for
COVIDia.
a lot of people. So.
Okay.
So now, they're offering a lot more incentives. They're trying to buy down your interest rate. So a lot of times, the new build, if you use their preferred lender, they're giving you a lower interest rate than any market value interest rate that's out there right now. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, new build's kind of
appealing.
Yeah, and for a lot of buyers who are interested and who are having a tough time on the resale side, trying to find a home or they're competing, this is a great option for them because, okay, so you may have to live further out, or you may have to live in a location that, a new build neighborhood is coming in that you're unfamiliar with, but you can get into a home.
Yeah.
True. I will say this, not devil's advocate for lack of a better term, you still have to be cautious. Although you can get into a new build easier today than you could have a couple of years ago. And yes, you're getting the incentives, 10, 50, it's not uncommon to see $10, $15, $20,000 in builder credits to buy down your interest rate, pay for your closing costs, all of those things, or options on the home. Those are all great things. Those are all benefits. However, we're still seeing, in many cases, we're still seeing increased build times. So, the days of, we're going to build your house in 3 to 4 months, that's not happening right now.
I agree.
That's
and we're
true.
still
Absolutely.
seeing some residual material delays. For example, I have someone right now, this community, my client's house has been built for 3 months, y'all, and my client can't close.
Why?
Why? Because there's two things. Sewer is not in and connected into the community.
Yeah.
And secondly, water main is not in and connected.
Really?
No
What
water,
city?
no sewer. Maricopa.
Maricopa. Okay.
Yep. So
Okay.
and there's some nuances with that in Maricopa.
Maricopa City.
City of Maricopa,
Yeah.
in
Not the
Arizona.
county.
Yeah,
Not
not
the
Not
county.
Maricopa
Yeah.
County, correct.
I don't want y'all to come after us like y'all do with the Phoenix water.
Yes, City of Maricopa.
We got water.
No, so they use a private water company there. And so in this particular case, sewer's not in, water's not in, home's been constructed, we've done our walkthroughs, we've done the blue tape, that's all been fixed and done. We're just waiting for water and sewer to come in.
Yeah.
So
but for some buyers who aren't on a strict timeline,
correct.
that may benefit them.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
If they, hey, I'm going to be ready in 9 to 12 months, that may work for them.
Or have a flexible schedule.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. I think the cool thing, I'm pro both, whatever works for my client and
Correct,
whatever
right.
could work for me later.
That's
but
true.
I can tell you, this house that we're at, this gorgeous home, if my home was going to come equipped like this as a resale, I would take it in a heartbeat. Do you know what I mean? Because it already has the pool, it has
Take
the
my leg, take my arm, sell some stuff.
Oh my God.
Are we putting you on the corner? Oh my Lord. Are we on the corner over
Look,
here?
we got to get it done.
All right.
I'm trying to get a house.
This particular home, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it comes with so much
it
outdoor
does.
Yeah.
kitchen and entertainment area. I mean, it just offers so much that I mean, you couldn't get this on a new construction home, right? So, I mean, you
True.
could not get anything like this.
True.
You know?
Now let's not.
Unless you're paying.
True. Now let's talk about
Yeah,
that.
but most
dollar.
are not going to still do some of the things like
That's
the
true.
outdoor grill and the fire pit.
That's true.
And they're,
True.
a lot of them aren't going to do that.
True. Now let's just to give folks a better understanding of what does this really mean, like dollars and cents.
Yes.
Let's talk about dollars and cents if we can for a minute.
Number guy.
There we
need
go.
some
you
little
know.
numbers coming out, 'cause
Boom.
Mr. Numbers.
Let's talk about, so what does it cost to build a pool? So I mentioned earlier, just for an average pool, a play pool kind of a thing, that's a pool where it usually goes like 3 feet deep, 3, 5, 3 or something like that, some combination of that. Those typically you're looking somewhere for, $30,000 to $45,000 in this market right now.
Okay.
Of course, you can go ridiculous, and I want a 60-foot Olympic.
Kind of like you guys did. Kind of ridiculous with the little water spout and all that little stuff,
and-
and kind of like 70,000. Okay, double.
Not
okay,
we.
we're
I
not
just
talking
want
about
to-
you guys.
not
but-
we.
Okay, go ahead and continue.
Yeah, you can go. The number's unlimited, really, right?
Right.
So you can go unlimited on a pool. But what is shutters? Let's talk about shutters. Like, what if you wanted to put shutters in a home? Let's just say you.
I just did that to my house.
So
Yeah.
okay, so whether you have a new construction
Roughly.
or
Roughly.
resale, what are you looking at to put in shutters throughout your entire home?
I think it really just depends on the type of shutter. I
True.
mean, obviously, but I think we ended up for our entire house. And again, it depends on the number of windows you
True.
have.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe 8,200,
Okay.
8,700-ish
Yep.
for shutters in my home.
and when you go to sell that home, the value
Am
that
I
you
getting
get for those
8,700?
shutters?
Absolutely not. However, I think that my home compared to some others in the area, I think it looks kind of a little nicer.
It'll show better.
Yes, it
Yep.
definitely shows better.
So-
So I might get more people interested in wanting to purchase my home, but I also have a pool and the
Correct.
backyard and all kinds of different stuff.
Sure.
But now I can tell you, I have a client who's buying a new construction. The builder is giving her not shutters, but blinds, washer and dryer, refrigerator.
See?
Do you know what I mean? All of those things right now are being given with
Yeah.
the homes, plus
Right.
$20,000
True.
towards closing costs and to buy down her interest rate. So I definitely think there's a lot of pluses in purchasing
Absolutely.
new construction. But again, if you can get something like this that's already done, I'd almost think you're crazy not to. Do you know what I mean?
true.
So
Yeah, but you have guys out there, or guys, women, pronoun. I don't know what pronouns you're using, but whatever you are.
People.
Yes, people.
When you are, purchasing a home, or you're thinking about purchasing a home, please work with a realtor that is
my
going to
gosh.
show you both. Do not listen to agents who say, go the new build route or go the resale route. Work with agents that are going to show you both, who are going to take the time to show you both, and really dive into what the difference is between a resale and a new construction. It's very important that you work with good agents.
And I agree with that. And to add on to that is get an agent who's going to listen to you, because because they have to know what you guys are. I don't know. Did you have a drink today?
Stop.
Just checking.
Stop. Do not do me.
But I just think it's something, an agent definitely, you have to find someone who's going to listen to what your needs are. And if they are pushing you one way or the other, do you know what I mean? Like, tell your agent what you need. And
Red flag, folks.
What'd you say?
Red
Red
flag.
flags.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
To your
look for
point,
them
the
red
red flag.
flags.
If an agent is pushing you, hey, you need to get a new build or a new construction, or hey, you need to get a resale. If they're pushing you one way or the other, probably a red flag. Think about it. Ask yourself some questions. Usually, I think our job as agents is to provide the client with the information,
Yep.
give you the options, explain what it means, answer your questions, and then ultimately, like all things in life, you make the decision. You make the decision,
Right.
not us.
Just a helpful hint: if you feel like you're getting pushed into a new construction, ask the salespeople how many transactions that agent has at that particular community.
Ooh.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Just saying,
Why is that important?
might help you. It may appear that they are getting some type of benefit by bringing buyers to this particular builder. Yeah. If you see that they're consistently bringing buyers and buyers and buyers and buyers and buyers. So don't be afraid to ask the salespeople, hey, my agent, how many times have they come in here? How many contracts do they have with you at this moment?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
But I think too, one of the benefits though could be even when you're going in, some of the benefits that the builder's offering, because I know as soon as I found out this particular builder was giving 20,000 plus appliances. So for some of my clients who don't have the funds to be able to buy new appliances or something like that, I knew this would be a benefit, especially knowing that they were going to need the money to buy their rate down too.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very important. So I could see it go both ways.
Yeah,
Do you know what
absolutely.
I mean? I think it could go both ways. And I think one of the things to consider is that some new builds, they just offer a little more. And I think that's something that the consumer needs to be mindful of too.
Yeah.
And what's going to benefit the consumer at the end of the day, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's
They're
what it's all about.
Yeah.
priority number
absolutely.
one.
Priority number one. But again, I think it's up to the consumer on what they want. If they want a new build, then that's great. If they want to resell, that's great too. I think another benefit too is you can get into a resale a lot quicker than a new construction.
For sure.
Do you know what I mean? So those are some of the things. But all in all, it's like you said, Elias, it's up to the consumer and it's their decision. And it's our job to get them what they were looking for, not what we wanted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, good
you
job, guys.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
This was
Yeah,
a good one.
You think so?
I do. It's good information.
Yeah.
Because I wish I would have known these things when,
So are you saying I didn't do my job?
No, you did. No, you didn't know. I was going to say before I bought my first house.
Okay,
Because
yeah,
Maisha did help me with my
Two houses.
Yes, my second and third house.
Yes.
Home
Yeah.
before I was an agent long ago. But
Yeah.
yes, I wish I would have known a piece of this information before I bought my first house. Had I known, I would have probably made a whole bunch of different decisions.
Yes.
But, hindsight's always 20/20, and we now we know, and we do better.
That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
So if you're in Arizona, if you need an agent to work with, if you want to, you can reach out to Elias, Maisha, or myself. We'll be more than happy to help you. If you're looking for a new build or a resale home, we'll be more than happy to help you.
If you're looking for an agent outside of Arizona, we can connect you with agents nationwide. Just let us know. Send us a comment, a DM, look us up on YouTube or our social medias.
Yes.
Whatever your method of communication, your best method is, let us know. We're happy to help. We can assist. We'd like to hear from you. So if there's something
Yes.
you want to talk about or a subject that's important to you and you think it's helpful to others, and you want to be on the show perhaps, comment, DM, message us, whatever it is. Let's do it. Let's hear it, and we'll get it done.
Thank you so much for tuning in on BYG Backyard Gossip.
And we look forward to catch the tea on the next BYG.
Thank you guys.
Bye,
Love
guys.
you.